Okay, I'll wait for this car to go by. Welcome back to Hoosier State Fishing. Yet again, another impromptu after work creek wading session. Creeks are a little high where I am at anyway, which is the Big Walnut, by the way, in Putnam County. Creeks are kind of high, pretty muddy, chocolate milk basically. But they're not too high to wade, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and text my wife, send her a snapshot of where I'm at, just in case I fall in and can't get out, or, you know, any one of those kind of scenarios. Smart car. Oh yeah, you can see where the water was up. Ow. Ow, ooh man, those hurt. Dude, oh man, there's gotta be a better way. That's a big old hole, what the hell? Freaking coyote den or something? My gosh. See that hole right there? I almost stepped in that thing. I would have broke a freaking leg and been lost out here in farmer country. Gonna immediately kick it off with some square bill action. I gotta be careful because I know there's snags over there. That's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. Yes, on the square bill, baby. Yes, that's a good fish too. That's a good fish. That's a good little fish, good little smallie on the square bill. I'm just got a couple pictures. I'm gonna release him back into his stained up world for now because of water clarity. I chose the citrus shad looking square bill. I think it's what it is, or sexy shad, one of the two. Obviously because of the clarity of the water. It's chocolate milk basically. So whites and, you know, chartreuse colors are gonna show up. I've also got a pearl colored fluke tied on. One of my spinning rods, and then also a black and blue tube. Anyway, that's why I have those colors tied on, obviously because of the water clarity. So dark blacks and stuff like that, they really show up in this chocolate milk water. Okay, I've got my black tube tied on. I'm just gonna cast it along these rocks over here. I think there's rocks over there under the water, I'm not sure though. Jika rig, that's the color I've got on. Little tube bait. I think it's made by V&M. I can't remember what it's called though, the color. Either way, it's just black and blue. It's got a little bit of gold flake in it, a little bit of silver flake, you know. That's a fish. That's a fish. Yes, that's a fish. I knew it. Oh, it's a big old rock bass. Cool. Very, very cool. Let's get this guy back in his home. See ya. Kind of wish I would have broke this tube out a little sooner. I'm gonna cast it right up on there, right up in there. Right up in there, man. There ought to be something over there against that bank. There it is. There it is, right there. Yep. I'm glad I set the hook when I did, because it would have got right in his eyeball if I hadn't set it. If I had set it any later. See ya. All right, there's a bite. There's a bite. Yep, right there. What is this? What is that? Little bitty guy. This is not the size we're after, but it's okay. It's a good sign. They're biting. And you know why? It's because we've got rain forecasted all the way up till, I think, Sunday or Monday. So they're gonna be feeding up. We've got prefrontal conditions. They're gonna be feeding up because the water's gonna rise again. It's gonna get real muddy. So they're gonna pack their bellies as much as they can so that they can try to ride out that storm and that high water. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a fish. That's probably a little rock bass again. That's what it feels like. Not little though. Man, that's a good size. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, sorry, buddy. Go back to your hole. And you can see, man, the current is strong through here, but they're hugged in tight against that riprap over there, trying to stay out of the main current and just waiting for my tube, waiting for little crawdads, hellgrammites, minnows, and creek chubs, stuff like that, just to come floating by. This current is a conveyor belt. It's kind of cool when you fish this current like this, because you can really just... Oh, you saw that? She followed it all the way up. Anyway, what I was saying is you can keep tension on the line and let the current just carry the bait along the rocks, and you can feel it bounce around. Do-do-do-do, Anytime that you feel weight come off of the bait and it starts moving a little faster, or you feel a bigger jump in your line than what you might suspect, and that's when you know you've got a fish. Or when you go to reel it in and they chase it all the way to the shore. Right up in there. Yeah. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I jerked it too hard. The tube, my tube bait, come on now. Get your head out of the gutter. This big log or whatever it is in here in the middle of this creek right here is obviously causing all this water to go around it, causing this eddy. And this, I mean, it's not very deep over there, I don't think, but it could be a holdover spot, you know, from fish that are transitioning from one side of the creek to another, or going from one of their feeding spots to the next, or wherever they're gonna hold up for the night. That could be a transitional point. They could be just chilling out right here in this area of low current, just waiting to make their next move. It's always good. I'd just fish all of the waters. I mean, a good, you know, whatever you think looks good, probably is good. Regardless of whether it has fish or not, it's always good to at least try, you know? Current's pretty strong, man. There's not much structure in the water to break it up right here. So I'm just kind of trying to pick apart little cuts that look like it has less current, trying to see if I can just pick anything off that I can. Wasn't recording, but I just hooked up. Little bitty guy, I think, but damn, I about lost him. God, what's up with these little bitty baby fish, man? Let's go ahead and see if there's another one up there. Maybe there's a bigger one. Of course, I think if there's a bigger one up there, he'd probably be eating that one right now. If anything else, man, just coming out here and trying to get on some fish, it's good. It's good practice. You need to come out and, you know, a lot of people would stay away from this because it's high water, fast moving, chocolate milk, but they still got to eat. So it's always good to come out here and practice. It's one thing that I like to work on is fishing in muddy water, muddy high water like this, because it's something that I don't know much about. As far as how to fish it. It's hard to, you know, figure out what color and, you know, where they're gonna be and if they're gonna be feeding, if they're willing to bite, if they're shocked because of this high water. You know, it's always a good idea to keep in mind that you should give it a couple days after it rains real hard to let them get acclimated to their surroundings, let them get on that feed pattern again. But it's just good. It's just good practice to get out here and just try something new, really, you know. No reason why they wouldn't be biting when the water's like this. It's just gonna be a little harder to get them to commit, I guess. I don't know. It's definitely something I feel like I need work on. So, and the other good thing is that I don't see anybody else out here. Nobody else is fishing. So that was just kind of a quick little video with some tips on how to fish muddy high water for creek smallies. Let me know if you like that kind of video with, you know, with the tips and tricks and techniques or whatever you want to call it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like that. I can go a little more in depth as far as what style baits I'm using, what colors, what gear I'm using, what I personally look for when I'm in the rivers or creeks or lakes or ponds or whatever, when the water conditions are like that, what I'm looking for as far as structure, current. I can go a lot more in depth. I just figured that would be a good little, just kind of quick, impromptu, shoot from the hip kind of thing where I could just kind of go in, kind of give you some tips and hopefully help you improve. It's definitely something I need to improve on myself. That's why I try to fish it as much as I can when the water's like that. It's not always fun, it's not always productive, but it's a good way to practice. So unfortunately my battery did die prematurely as usual, but I did end up getting on some nicer fish a little later on. I was using a swim bait. That was the Big Fish Producer. Just the Reaction Innovations, the Skinny Dipper in Houdini color. I think it's like a 5-inch swim bait. But that was the Big Fish Producer. I'll probably link some of those pictures in the video as well as a picture of the swim bait that I was using. But anyway, again, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for watching that short little video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Let me know if you like them in the comments below, and I'll do more like them. I'll get more in depth, like I said. But again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little like button and the bell button so that you know you get notified when I update more videos, and so you can always stay posted. We'll see you on the next one.